Welcome, dear students, to your English literature class, Roots and Wings, chapter number 3, The Gift of the Magi. In the previous two videos, you have watched and understood the two chapters and the poem. Now, the author of the story is William Sidney Potter. He was born on 11 September 1862 and died on June 5, 1910. His pen name was O. Henry, that is Oliver Henry. He was an American short story writer. Dear students, do you like or will you become so happy? Do you become so happy when someone gives you any gifts? How much happy you become that time? That means, how do you feel that time when someone gives you gifts without letting you know? Yes. Now, one more thing here you have to discuss. What is the most precious gift that you have received? Discuss in your class. And suppose, imagine it's your parents' 25th anniversary or it's your grandparents' 50th marriage anniversary. So, you decide, you think something to gift them with your pocket money. So, which thing you want to buy for them? And the most important that is associated with this chapter, Christmas. So, here you have to write, you have to think about the 4 words, any 4 words which are related to Christmas. Can you think it? Okay, I'm telling you. The first thing that is related with Christmas is Santa Claus, then Christmas tree, stockings, lights, cake, isn't it? So, why the Santa Claus and Christmas? Santa Claus comes on every Christmas to put your gift in the stockings, and you all wait for him on the Christmas day, isn't it? So, gift and Santa Claus. Same way, the chapter is also related to gift. How much valuable a gift is for a person whom you love. You show your love by giving gift to that person. The Gift of the Magi is a very famous short story written by American writer O. Henry. His short stories are known for their wit, good characterization, and surprise endings. The present short story is here. It is about a poor young couple who face a difficult situation when they secretly buy gift for each other with very little money. They don't have too much amount to purchase the gift for their partner, but without letting each other knowing, they wanted to buy something and they faced a difficult situation after this. What is special about the gift, dear children, and how much valuable they are for you? Let us find out. $1.87, that was all, and 60 cents of it was in pennies. Pennies saved 1 and 2 at a time by bulldozing the grocer and the vegetable man and the butcher until one's checks burned with the silent imputation of parsimony that such close dealing implied. 3 times Della counted it. It was $1.87. Dear students, cents is the unit of money, like we are saying paise or rupees and paise. Same way, dollars and cents. So she was having $1.87. She saved it after so many times, bargaining with the grocer and the vegetable and the butcher She was negotiating all the time with these people until she was having a complaint, or she was accusing herself of being poor, of unwillingness to spend some money, because she was in a condition that she could not buy anything. She could not spend unnecessarily money. She was only $1.87, and 3 times she counted it. And the next day would be Christmas. There was nothing that Della could do to add this amount to translate her dream into action. So she started crying, not knowing what to do. Here translate means that she wanted to change her situation. She wanted to add some more amount in that money so that she can buy something for her husband. Della finished her cry and attended to her cheeks with powder rag. She stopped crying and she put some powder on her cheeks. She stood by the window and looked out dully at a grey cat walking a grey fence in a grey backyard. That means very unhappily she was standing at the window and looking out at a grey cat walking at a grey fence and a grey backyard. Dear students, grey means here the color between black and white. Tomorrow would be the Christmas tree, and she had only $1.87 with which to buy Jim a present. Jim was her husband. She had been saving every penny she could for months with this result. That means how much she could save, she had saved. She had been saving it for many months, and the result was this much only. $20 a week doesn't go far. That means, dear students, her husband Jim, he was earning $20 a week, which was not enough to run their family. Their expenses had always been greater than she had calculated. That means, and they always are. That means their expenses are always greater than they earn. She had only $1.87 to buy a present for Jim, her Jim. Many a happy hour she had spent planning for something nice for him, something fine and rare and sterling, something little bit near to being worthy of the honor of being owned by Jim. That means many hours she had spent only in planning what to give Jim as a gift, because she was thinking to buy something very rare, that means unique and very fine and genuine gift for her husband, which can be worthy of the honor of being owned by Jim. That means which could show, which is only made for Jim. Such type of present she wanted to buy for her husband. Suddenly an idea struck her mind. An idea came into her mind. Her eyes started shining brightly and brilliantly, but her face had lost its color within 20 seconds. Rapidly, she pulled down her hair and let it fall to its full length. Suddenly, what happened? She started, that means her eyes started shining brightly, but her face had lost its color. Rapidly, suddenly she had pulled her hair down, and she had let her hair fall to its full length. As you can see in the picture, she had opened her hair to its full length. So here the words meaning that you have to understand, translate That means to change from one state to another. Sterling means genuine, which is very, very suitable. Air shaft, the third word which is going to come in the next paragraph, that is air shaft. So just I'm going to explain it. Now, there were possessions of James Dillingham Youngs. Dear students, this was their full name, James Dillingham Youngs. It explains Jim, in which they both took mighty pride. That means they both were very, very proud of two possessions. One was Jim's gold watch. You can see this was gold watch that had been his father's and his grandfather's, and the other gift was Dellas Hair. This. Had the Queen of Sheba lived in the flat across the air shaft, that means here there is a comparison between the Queen of Sheba with the hair of Della. That means here the author is saying that Della's hair were just to undervalue the jewels and gifts of Queen of Sheba. If the Queen of Sheba would come to live in the neighborhood of Della, then Della would have hang her hair out the window someday to dry, just to depreciate, just to undervalue the jewels and you can say the possessions, the gifts of the queen. Same way, had King Solomon been the janitor with all his treasures piled up in the basement, Jim would have pulled out his watch every time he passed, just to see him pluck at his beard from envy. That means if King Solomon would become the caretaker of the place where they were living, Jim would always, whenever he will pass through that, he would have done his watch, he would have shown his watch that time. What happened? It would have made the King Solomon envy him. That means even King Solomon could feel jealous of his watch if he will see it. So, now Della's beautiful hair fell about her, rippling and shining like a cascade of brown waters. That means Della's hair, when it fell down, it were looking like a brown waterfall with shining waves. It reached below her knee. The length of her hair was below her knee, and it were looking like a covering for her body. Such long hair it was. And then she did it up again nervously and quickly. She became nervous suddenly. Then she had again tied her hair. On went her old brown jacket. On went her old brown hat. That means she had worn her brown jacket and she had worn her brown hat. And with a whirl of skirts and with a brilliant sparkle still in her eyes, she fluttered out the door and down the stairs to street. That means moving rapidly round and round in a dancing way with a very brilliant shine in her eyes, she moved down the stairs to the street. Where she stopped, the sign read, Madam Sophronia, here goods of all kinds. One flight up, Della ran and collected herself, panting. Madam, large, too white, chilly, hardly looked the Sophronia. Here, Della started breathing heavily. because she was running. She had run with excitement, and breathing heavily, she went up where it was written, where it was a signboard written, Madam Sophronia, where all kinds of hair goods are sold. Now, Della had gone there. She asked, "Will you buy my hair?" "I buy hair," said Madam. "Take your hat off and let's have a sight at the looks of it." Down rippled the brown cascade. Then, when she took out her hat from her hair, again the brown waterfall appeared there. That means again her hair was looking like a brown waterfall with waves. $20, said Madam, lifting the mass with a practiced hand. That means Madam had told that she would give $20 for her hair, and with a practiced hand she had collected the hair of Della. "Give it to me quick," said Della. Della has told, "Give me the money quickly." Oh, and the next 2 hours she was ransacking the stores for Jim's present. That means when she got the money from Madam, she spent 2 hours searching thoroughly through the stores for Jim's present. That means all the stores she had searched what to buy for her husband. She found it at last. It surely had been made for Jim and no one else. What she found, she thought, yes, this is the thing, this is the material which I wanted for my husband. There was no other like in any of the stores. What she had found, it was not there in any other stores. It was a platinum fob chain. The students, fob means a chain which is attached to a watch for carrying in a waistcoat or a waistband pocket. So she wanted this chain for her husband's watch, and which was very simple and chaste in design. That means it was without unnecessarily ornamented. That means it was not very fancy, it was not very decorative, it was very simple, and it was showing its value by itself alone, by the substance alone. It was showing that how valuable it is. It was even worthy of the watch. That means it was looking like that it is made for the watch of Jim. As soon as she saw it, she knew that it must be Jim's. That means it must be given to Jim for his watch. It was like him. $21 they took from her for it. That means the fob chain cost $20. And she hurried home with the 87 cents she left with. With that chain on his watch, Jim might be properly anxious about the time in any company. That means she was saying that when she would present this gift to Jim, he will be always anxious to know the time, wherever he would be, wherever or in which company he would be. When Taylor reached home, her intoxication gave away little to prudence and reason. That means when she came home with excitement, and her excitement gave away a little to prudence and reason. That means that her excitement was there to show her skill and good judgment in the use of resources. That means she was very excited to show her skills in repairing the damage what she has done with the hair. Now, and the last line, she got out her hair curling irons and lighted the gas and went to work repairing the ravages made by generosity added to love. Here, this sentence is very important, dear students. That means she wanted to do the repairing of her hair, which she has damaged, she had cut, which was done by generosity with love. That means it was showing the cut hair, the haircut was showing her love for her husband, and very generosity and very lovingly she had done this sacrifice for her husband, which show her love for her husband. So this was this showing her love for her husband, that how much she loved her husband, and for him she had sold her hair. This sacrifice she had made for her husband. So what happens next when Jim will see her cut hair, and what gift he had brought for her? So in the next video of this chapter, you will come to know what happened and what is the theme of the story. Till then, read and do a practice of reading the chapters every day. Read thoroughly each and every word to improve your reading skills. I hope you will do it. Till then, thank you students for watching and listening this video. Have a wonderful day ahead. Thank you.